It's an age of modular kitchens, but one thing that I completely hate about modular kitchens is the way a sink area is treated. Hi, I'm Amita, an interior architect by profession. While I do complete luxury interiors, designing kitchens and wardrobes is really my passion. Let me show you how I make my spaces so efficient and amazing. The planning of a kitchen really starts with the way the hob is going to be placed. A lot of times we have to make it in a direction which is Vastu compliant, and that is what it was. What we like to do on either side of the hob is something that opens towards you, so you have easy access to things that you're going to use a lot more often. And of course, maybe in a lot of time when you're in a hurry, those things that you need to access. For me, it is chai and chini that has to be on either side of the hob, mostly on the right hand side. A cutlery tray here looks very good and works very well for ladles and things like that. These drawers are things that I like to use, and I suggest them to use for maybe your day-to-day masalas and even your dal and pulses and other things that you may want to put in the jars. A grain trolley, of course, is a big feature that comes here. I have very effectively used Lehman's corner to put in the cookers and kadhais, though the weight bearing capacity of this entire fitting is phenomenal. It is a half-lay guarantee that it comes with, so I have very effectively also used this to store jars full of pulses and other grains that you may want to place here. Bottle pull-out is always a great place to have sauce bottles and other things and herbs and spices that you may want to keep. To me, I always say let's keep the Indian spices and bottles on the right. Things that we want to use for our continental and Chinese cooking really goes on the left. Multiple drawers, and the point to be noted is the depth of these drawers. A lot of modular kitchens do drawers and divide this place into two parts, which I feel is absolute waste of space, because it is you're never going to pile up so much higher, and that is what we really need to be careful about. It's an age of modular kitchens, but one thing that I completely hate about modular kitchens is the way a sink area is treated. My own experience and learning from the Indian artisans has brought me to this entire system that we have created and mastered over years. So what we really do is that on either side of the sink we have granite slabs. The front, we of course match it to the counter that is there, and there is a wooden frame on which this entire shutter stays. What it gets you is come along. That entire floor area under my sink is clean, can be washed. I hate what the modular kitchen industry does, where they give an HDHMR base at the bottom and the pipe goes through that, and you have no idea what kind of clutter that entire area has created and accumulating on a day-to-day basis. The other thing that I absolutely hate, and I look back to my age-old wisdom of what we have gathered over years, is a complete plinth that we give, and I do not like the legs with that magnetic strip that comes over it. This, my dear friends, is something that we all must insist and not go through what modular kitchen guys tell us to do. This makes your kitchen so much more efficient, devoid of pests and cockroaches, and beautiful. It can be maintained and look lovely at all points. Real estate is expensive, and it is very critical for us as designers to make sure that we use every square foot of space that is available without making a place look cluttered or compromising on your basic needs in life. And storage is really something that all of us struggle with. Created a lot of storage here. Every nook and corner is very beautifully organized. I can reach the end of everything. So some things that I use daily, regularly, can come here depending on the kind of things. A lot of crockery which we do not use very often actually goes up, and that is how this entire space has been planned. Little more storage that comes here. As a feature, we may also look at adding another glass shelf here to double up our storage. Of course, Amazon has a lot of these fittings that come with which may help you organize your storage better. A kitchen is always about functionality, and that I think is paramount. A pantry of this nature really works very well. You may also need some things where you can store cartons and bigger boxes. So here we have cabinetry on both the sides. The refrigerator is going to come here. This is a sweet spot we have created. Whether you want to unload anything or get something out of the refrigerator, put it here, or if nothing else, I would put up a nice decor place here. They did not need two appliances, the microwave and the oven. So they had one that is being used here. The space above has of course been utilized and kept safe for storage. A pull-out tray is a nice feature to kind of increase the amount of space, or a workings counter that you may like here. Wicker baskets remain really one of my favorite accessories. The rolling shutter is something that I swear by. Here we still haven't put in the shelves because my clients haven't moved in yet, but we give in a lot of plug points. The shelves will come here as per their appliances that they have. So basically, I think you should not ever need to toggle switches. You know, whatever is placed here gets used here, plugged all the time, and very, very convenient. And once you're done with it, bring it down and the entire space is way more quieter. Creating beauty and identity in a kitchen is extremely important to me. This was a vintage style kitchen, therefore the shutters the way they look. We did gloss brick finish, which just it's very functional and yet gives that little look. The decor that we collected was also of that vintage look and feel. So that sets this kitchen apart. Walking into the utility area is something that you must look at very, very closely. It has a double sink and of course space under it. Nothing needs to be on the counter. Detergent can actually be parked here. Place for a dishwasher and a washing machine. A dryer, if they wish, can actually go on the counter. The detailing of using granite is what I absolutely swear by, and we as a company have mastered it. Of course, there is this entire storage that we have created. My corner cabinets make sure that every square foot of space is very nicely utilized, and it is really their linen store that they wish to create here. Some more storage that comes on top. This, my dear, is a place where they had an existing microwave which they did not wish to discard, and we created these pocket shutters. This is the place for the microwave to come in, and of course a pull-out tray to make sure that you have space and more workable area. This entire area is actually the feature of the house. An ironing space with a switch right here for them to iron. I think our biggest struggle in every home is that dhobi ka gatri, where all the clothes that come from after drying needs to be parked. So there is a very deep laundry drawer. We have added another small drawer. You can possibly take smaller clothes like socks and stuff. The iron can be placed here, and once you are done, it goes back in place and no one's any wiser. This entire space is actually supremely functional. So my two-penny bit in all my projects and all my kitchens, we need to create a lot of storage. The storage needs to get retrieved very easily, and that is really the key point. And of course it needs to be beautiful, so go right ahead and add a lot of decor in your kitchen. And if you are looking to make your home extremely beautiful, functional and efficient, subscribe to my channel and see you around.